Ciao, buongiorno, benvenuti. If you are new, not too many smiles, but it's not the end of the world. Inter draws a blank 0-0 stalemate hosting Rome at the San Siro. And in a match where we didn't really see anybody stand out, we saw the thinness of our squad when it comes up against a quality opponent, and when players in our team are made to do maybe a little bit more than they're expected to do, we see some falters. So we'll go to Bruno, my amigo, first. Take it away, brother. What did you think of the game?
I just said to you before we started recording, we didn't do enough to lose. We didn't deserve to drop 3 points. But at the same time, a draw was probably the most fair result. Inter had the better chances. Inter did provide that more attacking technique, but at the end of the day, they just couldn't convert. And we saw Brozovic miss a tap-in in the first half. Inter were fortunate enough to face a Dzekol's Roma for the majority of the game. He didn't come on until for the last 15. Roma picked up an injury early on in the first half as well in Stanton, with Spinazzola coming on. You could start to see the thinness of the squad, and I just think it's a good point for Conte to go back into that dressing room, because we've got to keep our heads high. Morale's got to be high. We're 15 games into the season. We've drawn 2. We've lost 1. The 2 we've drawn, I can't really complain with the draw against Roma. I can't really complain with the loss against Juventus. It was probably our worst game all season. But at the end of the day, we are still maintaining, our direction at the top. So, performance-wise, Skriniar looked a bit lost today. I just feel the first half, he just kept himself out of the game. But then Brozovic, disappointing. Very disappointing.
I would say Brozovic was probably the most disappointing for me, next to, once again, Biraghi, who just looks so out of his depth on that left-hand side. He looks like he's struggling with every decision that he makes. He doesn't know whether to cross or whether to cut in. And when he does cut in, he's always laying off a pass straight back to a midfielder, or if he's crossing it, it very rarely does it beat the first or second man. So I was very disappointed in him again, but, as Christian Rivas said in the last video, we've got so many games coming up, we're going to have to see him. It's not like you can bench Biraghi. For number one, we don't have the manpower to rotate the wing-back position as much as we like, and 2, you have to combine that with a fixture congestion list. So it's really, really hard at the moment, but today we only saw Candreva take a little bit of a knock, but he looked okay. So we may still see some a little bit of a re-injection against Barcelona.
Yeah, look, and you got to think a draw today isn't the worst result, considering our Champions League fate is on the line at the San Siro again. Against Barcelona. It was very good to see Asa come on with not long left on the clock, but still to see him get some time on the pitch. He's been a bit injured. He hasn't had much game time, so it was good to see him come on. Martinez, he's starting to get a bit frustrated.
Yeah, he does get frustrated throughout the game if he doesn't take his chances early on.
And it's going to cost him, because one more yellow, he's suspended. We can't afford that at the moment.
He's an unsubbable player, though, because you don't want anyone more than Martinez on in that last 5 to 10 minutes, because like he did against Bologna, was it Bologna or Brescia? It was Bologna. He'll win you a penalty, or he'll win you a foul. He'll get dragged down and we'll get a free kick, or he'll open up the space. Martinez is solid for the entire 90 minutes plus added time. So, he can be forgiven today for, just being a little bit off the mark. But as Bruno said, it's Roma. It's not the end of the world. We are going to have many tough matches this season. So, irrespective of Juventus's result tomorrow, we will either be still first on the ladder, or we will be behind by only 1 point. At the moment, we're ahead of Juventus by 2 points, with Juve having a game in hand. Just before we finish off, Barcelona in a few days. Asamoah on the left, D'Ambrosio on the right.
Yeah, and
Well, actually, you know what? Lazaro was still good today. I
Lazaro
actually think
played well.
He's an injection of fresh air on that wing back position because when he gets the ball, you know he's going to try and make something, at least try to make something work attack wise.
Yeah, I think Lazaro. 1 week he's playing on the left, 1 week he's playing on the right. The versatility of that player is, I think, exactly what we were looking to see when we signed him. I don't know the spectators for today's match, but I'm assuming it would have been 60,000+.
Probably like 60 to 62.
And
like
you
that.
Could hear in the crowd they were not happy with the 1 point.
Nah,
But
no way.
I can see bigger numbers against Barcelona.
Yeah.
And I think, like you said, Asa has to start. D'Ambrosio, it was good to see him come on. There was a bit of worry behind him after the last match. Borja Valero, I think we'll get a start.
Against Barca?
Against
We
Barca.
don't really have anybody else.
We don't have anyone else. He could go into the cam role again, and we could see Esposito coming on as a substitute. But we're starting to lack that depth that we boasted at the start of the season. We almost had a player-for-player substitute from goalkeeper to striker. Now it's sort of declined, but come January,
We just got to get through December. We've got to get through December, reach our goals, qualify for the round of 16 and stay in touch with Juventus. And in January, not only are we looking at an injection of Barella, Sensi and Sanchez, we're also looking at a fully fit Politano and potentially 3 new players coming in as well.
Of course, and we've got Barcelona. They've got their game coming up very shortly. I think they're playing tonight, which is in our favour. Inter do have that bit of an extra rest compared to Barcelona, which the Serie A is finally actually helping Italian teams in Europe. But in saying that, what are we going to do against Barcelona? Is Messi going to travel? I think that's the main question we got to ask ourselves, because they play tomorrow morning, the same time Inter played, just a day later, and then they have to travel to the San Siro. So
Pretty much.
I'm pretty optimistic. It's Conte. It's not Spalletti. We saw Spalletti last season go to England and play for a draw. Conte doesn't know what the draw is. And like we said, we've had 12 wins out of 15, 2 draws and a loss.
Yeah, so just a little bit of context goes a long way.
Yeah.
Anyway, ragazzi, thank you for joining us, and we will see you very, very soon for Barcelona. What a game that's going to be. Ciao, Forza Inter.